Hello, my name's Mary McAfee and I'm a personal impact expert and career development coach. And this is another video in the series of my top 10 tips for communicating confidently. And this one is all about the power of costume. Now, many of you will know that I am definitely not a doctor, but I want to share with you a study that was done by a psychologist at Columbia University called Adam Galinsky, who really wanted to test his theory around how costume can make a difference to how we perform. Now, as a professional actress, I can tell you that in my industry, we know that when we finally get to the part where we're getting to put on the costume, we've done our rehearsals, we have read our scripts, we know our lines, then it's the costume fitting, and then you get to play around in the costumes. We know that it makes a massive difference to how you perform in that character, because the costume can really help inform you how that person reacts to other characters, how they feel about themselves, depending on what they are wearing. So I was really delighted when I came across this study by Adam Galinsky, because it kind of puts the theory inside the scientific bracket. So what he did was he took a group of students, all of similar intelligence at Columbia University, and he said, I want to do a test with you. And he gave them all a white coat, very similar to what I'm wearing here. Then he split them into two groups, into two separate rooms. So he went to one room and he said, could you now put on this white coat, please, ladies and gentlemen? And this is actually a doctor's coat. So I want you to really think about putting on that doctor's coat. And then I'm going to ask to do a series of tests with you. Then he went to the other room. Again, he said, please, could you put on this coat? Exactly the same as what they had in the other room. And he said, this is a painter and decorator's overall, so it's going to help if you were going to get some paint on your clothes. I want you to think about that. You're now painter and decorators, and this is your outfit. Then he got them all at the same time to take a very detailed, very cerebral test. So they really had to fire up that prefrontal cortex of their brain. It was very analytical, and they all did this test at the same time. He said, thank you very much. I'm now going to analyze the results. And what he found was that those that had been wearing the doctor's coat made 50% fewer errors than those that thought they were wearing the painter and decorator's smock. Now, I'm not saying that painter and decorators aren't able to really focus and be these analytical types of people as well, but what he did was then interview everybody afterwards. And those who said they had been thinking about wearing the doctor's coat said that they believed that doctors really had to get things right. Obviously, they're making life and death decisions all the time. They have to be super focused, and they really cannot really make mistakes. There's not much of a margin for error. So they were very hyper-focused on getting the answers right. And those that were wearing the painter and decorator's costume or the smock, they said, well, I was a little bit more relaxed. I was just thinking creatively. I wasn't too bothered about getting it right or wrong. It didn't bother me too much. So he then realized that this power of costume can really affect how we show up in life and what we do. It can very much affect how focused we are and how confident we are. So what I would like you to do, and this is a challenge, is to think about those bits of clothing that you have in your wardrobe that really make you feel at your best. We've all got them. Maybe it's that suit that only comes out on a special occasion. Maybe it's a birthday. Maybe it's a dress that's just the right color and the right cut for you that makes you feel $1 million. I want you to, don't keep those for the special occasions this week. Just put on your best outfit. Show up as your best self. And I'd like you to think about the impact that you're having on yourself. If you were going to a job interview, you would always wear that best outfit. So think about that this week. how it affects you depending on what you're wearing. Now, I know a lot of people take home days, they're working from home, and they tell me, you know, I kind of, unless I'm doing Skype and I'm in Vision, I sit about in my pajamas, I'm maybe checking my emails on my bed, and that's great if you can do that. I personally can't. When I have home days and I need to work from home, I always put on a business outfit. I need to feel that I'm in business and I'm in the right attire, because when I answer the phone, when I'm coaching people, when I'm thinking about maybe launching a new program or a workshop, I need to have my head in the right space. So I'd like you this week to put on your most impactful outfit and really start to notice what that does to you in terms of how you're doing your job and how you're working that week. And also what it does to your relationships, how you speak to your boss, how you're speaking to your clients. Really sort of think about the impact that you're making. I hope that has been of use to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video of my top 10 tips for communicating confidently. Thanks for watching.